Hey everyone, so I'm currently 18 and a half, almost 19 months into my medical transition, which is almost 2 years. I do plan on doing a 2-year update when I reach that, because 2 years is the main portion of the changes that we will get from medical transition from hormone replacement therapy, HRT. It's what we call a second puberty, as it were. So I'll definitely do a video of that, but now I'm just going to make a video of 10 changes that it can do. So number 1 is breast growth, and it's usually a cup smaller than your other cis family members. Then the onset is around 3 to 6 months, and the maximum is 2 years. So breast growth is one of the things that for a lot of trans girls, one of the most important changes we really want, because breasts are something that signifies that you are a woman. Like, it's something you can just look at a woman and see, like, she's got boobs. Like, it's just a thing. So yeah, onset 3 to 6 months, that's great. Like, some people, you might feel some tingling, some sensations on the nipple area before the 3 to 6 months. I definitely felt some the first month as well. That's normal, doesn't mean it's growing yet. It just means like people are, there's a factory and people are moving resources there. They're like, okay, we've got our resources there. So in the 3-month mark around there starts, they're like, okay, we've got all the resources here now, we can start building the boob. So yeah, that's the first thing you can change. Now, in some cases, it can continue to grow. Some people take progestin to get more growth, but there's no actual studies related to that. Some people say it works, some people say it makes no difference. Everyone's different, of course, so who knows. I've personally had taken some progestin for a while now, and I don't know if it's just my brain or not. I feel like I have a bit of like breast line here, like a shadow, but I can't confirm it, so. I think on the other side of things, like if you're a trans man, you will have slightly smaller boobs, but it won't remove it. Number 2, body fat redistribution, which includes the face. Onset is also 3 to 6 months, maximum 2 to 5 years. So this includes your body shape. Like if I look at my body shape now, I definitely have this like kind of triangle here. And have a little bit of curve here, but not too much. If I turn around, I do have a bit of a teenage girl butt, which I like to call it. And of course, my face changes are just so fortunate, so amazing. People say I look like a cis girl, like not even a trans woman. I'm like, thank you, that means so much to me. People don't know me, so like, wow, you're trans, I couldn't tell. So I've been very fortunate with the fat redistribution of my face. And okay, so for the body as well, I definitely have that feminine shape, just it's not as much as I want it. Softening on the skin, number 3. Onset 3 to 6 months, maximum 5 years. So this is definitely something that's happened very quickly for me as well. And basically your skin gets softer, it's easier to hurt or scratch, but it also becomes much more sensitive, and sensations and stuff just feel a lot different. And of course, if you are female to male, then all of these will be opposite as well. Your skin gets maybe thicker, you know. Number 4, decrease oiliness, onset 3 to 6 months, maximum 5 years. This is, I don't agree with this, at least for me. Within the first month, the oils on my face and my hair just reduce so much, whatever. I even have way less blackheads on my face because the pores are just so much cleaner. And if you're on the other side, like female to male, yeah, acne is a thing, so good luck. Apparently some hormones do it more than the others, so yeah, good luck. Number 5, decrease muscle mass and strength. Onset 3 to 6 months, maximum 1 to 2 years. So yeah, I definitely felt this. While I'm still relatively stronger than a cis woman for not really doing that much exercise, for my job, I'm a media producer. When we go out to shoot videos, I do need to carry tripods, cameras, lights, and that stuff is heavy. So to some extent, I have kept some of my strength. I do a lot of walking that keeps my legs strong, upstairs, downstairs, hiking and stuff. But in a general sense, it is much harder for women to keep or train muscle mass than men. And it is the same with trans women. Whatever main hormone is flowing through our body is going to affect the amount of muscles that we can gain or not gain. And this has become quite a political and argument thing between trans women and what sport they should be doing, which gender they should be joining. And for me, it's not too hard. They just need to update the rules to sport. If you transition at a very young age and you still have you went through a female puberty, as it were, if you're a trans woman, then you should be joining the female sport. But if you're like me, you're a late bloomer, your bones have your bones settle around age 25, you definitely have a bigger human structure than most women. So how can you count that? So the whole idea of female versus male spots, well, maybe we should adapt something more like wrestling or some sort of like fighting sport where it's not about what gender you are, but it's about your weight, your height, like heavyweight champion, lightweight champion, etc. I think that would make more sense to me anyway. But yes, I definitely feel way weaker than before. I used to do like 10 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, like whatever. Well, not 10 push-ups, way more than that, like 100, that's fine. Do sit-ups and stuff. And sure, I have been lazy. I haven't been exercising because I don't want to keep my muscle mass. But now I can't even do one pull-up. Like, it's just gone. And I'm fine with that, I think. Unless I'm hanging off a cliff, at which point I really want to be able to pull myself up. Number 6, decreased libido. This affects some people way more than others. Onset 1 to 3 months, maximum 1 to 2 years. Yeah, so I definitely feel it. Like, I'm not like horny every day, that's the thing. All men know. Sometimes they're just doing homework, watching a movie, and something is like, hey, that thing's kind of hot. Oh, for God's sake, it's up again. Like, it's very distracting. For me, it doesn't do that anymore. The hormones have changed in a way where it's much more of an emotional thing to get it triggered. It's not just like, hey, that's hot, that's pretty, turn on now. No, it's more like feelings, and I want something that I want love, something more sensitive. I think that's also why women like foreplay way more than guys. Guys just want to get it out, whereas women are like, let's play a bit, tease a bit. So it's very different. Your mindset and your emotions change so much in relation to that. And if you're the other side, like you're a trans man, it definitely kicks in as well the other way around, so they get more of those triggers easier than before. So yeah, number 7, decreased spontaneous erections, onset 1 to 3 months. So this is just related to the whole libido thing. You're not always horny all the time, so you're not going to get that all the time, and you're not going to wake up in the morning every morning with it up all the time. Like, it just doesn't happen anymore. Number 8, erectile dysfunction. This is unsure. There's no timeline or date for it. All I can say is like, for some people, I know it doesn't work like anymore unless they pause their hormones. Like, I'm gonna stop taking testosterone suppressants for a week, and then it kind of works again. For me, like I said, it's an emotional thing. I can get it working if I want to, just like a lot of others as well. A few suggestions or tips for me, depending on what kind of sex change surgery you want to get, which if it utilizes the skin of the penis, then you're gonna want to, I want to call it, exercise it at least once a week or every 2 weeks. And much like when you go through puberty, boys would know this, at a certain age when they start feeling these kind of things and they start playing with it, first few times kind of hurts. That's because the skin hasn't stretched yet. It doesn't have its elasticity yet. You need to train that. You need to exercise that. It's the same even if you're grown up. You don't play with it for a while and then you go back to it, it's gonna hurt because the skin hasn't been stretched for a while. It gets a bit stiff. So if you're someone who doesn't plan on getting sex surgery, sex change, and you want to keep it, then you definitely want to exercise it every once in a while. If you plan on getting surgery, depending on the surgery, you also want to exercise it once in a while. But fortunately, there are also different surgeries that doesn't require the skin from there, so do your research, go to the hospital website and see what surgery is best for you. Number 9, decreased sperm production. There's no timeline for this, but yeah, your factories just stop because, hey, no testosterone, let's stop making it then. It can happen. For some people, it becomes a permanent thing. For some people, again, they just need to stop the hormones for a week and it starts working then. If they have a wife and they want to have a baby, it's something that they can consider. Finally, number 10, decreased testicular volume onset 3 to 6 months, maximum 2 to 3 years. So yeah, once your factories are no longer in production of stuff, they shrink. I definitely say that's happened to me too. One morning I woke up, I was just like, hey, where did it go? Oh, I can't find, oh, it's there. Not only does it reduce size, but it kind of goes back in a bit because, it usually comes out when it's a bit hot, but now it's not doing anything, so there's no reason to. So even if you have no plans of having the sex change as it were, it's still useful, like wearing a bikini, you want less stuff there. That's the thing. So yeah, so anyway, those are 10 things that can happen to you if you're on hormone replacement therapy, mostly for trans women, but there's a few other things that just have the opposite effect if you're a trans man, pretty much. So I hope this list was useful. Take care, have a nice day. I'll see you guys soon. Bye!